folks, Wish SE. I wanted to talk today about shotguns, specifically the 1187 by Remington. 1187 is a gas-operated shotgun. It's been around for a number of years, and it's been, used by a lot of different people in a lot of different situations. This is an 1187 Premier that I've added some modifications to, so it has more of a tactical application. And I did that after some shotgun classes that we were teaching, and just to have a different gun. So to have 3 or 4 different long guns, shotguns that people can test and try out in classes and get a feel for it. So I wanted to talk today, though, specifically about youth model guns and pros of using those, especially for folks with smaller stature. So we're going to get to that part of it right now. All right, so this is an 1187 Sportsman, but it's a youth model. So it's a 20 gauge, and it's a youth model with a much shorter stock. So people say, well, why would you want a shorter stock? Well, depending on your size, the length of your arms, the size of your upper body, your frame, the ability of smaller frame people to mount the gun, right, and really feel more comfortable on it, a 20 gauge is a great option for that. So someone says, well, geez, can I use it for self-defense? Heck yeah. Really, shotguns are excellent self-defense tools. Most people don't train on them, but if you do the requisite training and practice with it, they are excellent home defense guns. Especially, you'd want to add a light to it, but adding the light, once you've got the light, maybe you've got some kind of side saddle for additional rounds, you're really in a good position. So when I shoot the youth model, I actually like that length of stock, the length of pull especially, better than the regular traditional adult style guns. So in some training we've done recently, I've actually had people run this gun, full-size guys run this gun, and what they note is because the distance from here to here is so short, it's much more like running a carbine. And particularly if you run your carbine stocks compressed to the number 2 or number 3 position versus all the way out at number 5. So if you're used to running that really tight-in stuff, the ability to go from here to here is actually very smooth, and you can see it's not hanging up anywhere. Now, some people don't like shooting shotguns in that manner, and that's fine. But what I'm suggesting to you is, if you've got someone in your family, or if you're not necessarily, a big guy, and maybe, you're not 5'11", 6 feet, 200 pounds of solid muscle, maybe if you're a smaller frame person, particularly women, a 20 gauge youth model is a great gun to shoot and a great gun to train on. So the other advantage of this particular gun, the 20 gauge with this gas operating system, it's a very soft shooting shotgun. So you've got 1 in the chamber, 4 in the tube, that's 5 rounds of shot that can be very effective from a defensive situation. So we're going to take this gun to the range, and we're going to do a follow-up review, actually shooting on the range, and one of the reasons, and we'll show you one of the reasons why I love shorter stocked guns for many tactical applications, and just simply the ability to get the gun up here. So for me, the ability to just get the gun from here to here really makes all the difference. So folks, if you're thinking about a shotgun, make sure that you really check the length of pull for you and how it fits your body. Just because the gun salesman says, oh, you need a 12 gauge, I suggest that you step back and really assess your needs. What are you going to be using the gun for? Are you breaching doors? Most civilians aren't. So if you really don't need a big gun and a full length gun, then I strongly suggest, especially for folks with smaller stature, checking out a youth model gun, particularly in 20 gauge. So thanks so much for watching. Again, stay tuned. We'll do an actual firing sequence and share some additional thoughts on that with this 1187 Sportsman youth model. And we're going to just show you some of the real benefits of that shorter stock as you're coming to point. All right, thanks so much for watching. as always, stay safe.